York. Ebro in the morning on Hot 97.
Michael Harriot's on the phone. He works for TheRoot.com. I'm sure he does other things as well, but that's where I learned about him. He put a piece together called Game of Thrones for Black People. Am I saying it right, Michael?
Yeah. Basically, that's it, man. Game of Thrones, the primer for Game of Thrones for Black people.
Now, I could have read your article on the air, but I wanted you to, have the pleasure of A, getting a shine for it, and B, the way you open the piece. And I don't know if you have it in front of you right now. But
I don't.
Then I'll read it. I'll do a dramatic interpretation of your piece.
Okay.
If that's
And it's
fine.
so good, Michael, because there's so many times where people ask us, they're like, why are you guys so into Game of Thrones? Like, what's the big deal? And sometimes it's hard for us to articulate it. You know what I mean?
Here we go. I've heard tell of people who don't watch Game of Thrones. Not in person, mind you, because I would never associate with those people. But I can comprehend logically that there are people who exist and don't watch Game of Thrones. I mean, there are the Amish, people in comas, and those who do not choose to subscribe to HBO, but I thought everyone else must be watching #Dem Thrones. Now, Michael,
you did a good job, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you. You point out that the reason Game of Thrones specifically for black and brown folks should be watched is because you feel like Game of Thrones explains white people.
Right. Game of Thrones is basically, man, everything you need to know about navigating white people in the world, man. All of the hidden clues are in Game of Thrones.
For instance,
who are the white people? I heard the White Walkers. White Walkers are literally blue-eyed devils coming to take over everything.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
Right. How about the Lannisters are basically the Trump, right? Right. They got the throne by basically colluding with everybody else, and everybody hates them, but nobody knows how to get them by force.
Wow.
So how do you explain the dragons?
The dragons are basically white privilege, right? See, Daenerys was born with the ability to control dragons, right? It was passed down to her from her family. And she really has no other ability to be queen except, I got these 3 dragons, and I got this gift that I was born with. It ain't really nothing I did. It was just passed down to me.
It is white privilege. All right, so wait. The dragons, wait. So is all of Game of Thrones to you just about white people?
No, it's about black people and how to navigate them. See, like the Starks are cousins. The Starks are us, man. Right? So they weren't living segregated from. They just wanted to chill in the north, chill at their own, and then everybody came over there messing with them. Right? They were basically the king of the north.
So the Starks are like black people.
Right, the Starks are like black
No
people.
wonder I like Arya and all them, man. Sansa, Arya, even Jon Snow. Jon Snow's like me, he's mixed. You know what I'm saying? He's black and white. Young Valerian Steel.
Right, they didn't want to mess with anybody. And see, you could even see in the scenes from last night, man, like John's like, man, I don't want to go over there messing with them people. I'm worried about the white devils coming over here. That's all I'm worried about.
So in some ways, Jon Snow, because he's a half-breed, he's a mixed kid, he knows, like, listen, we got to deal with the true devil. You know what I'm saying? We can't be worried about the Trumps right now. The Trumps is basically white people that they ain't really changing much.
So he's like, we got to deal with the KKK.
We got to deal with this international white supremacy alliance.
Right, but see, because Jon Snow is mixed, right, he trusts some of those people, right? He wants to make alliances and starts trying to tell them, bruh, you see what they did to us the last time? You need to kill them all and never deal with them again.
That's right. Facts.
But Jon Snow, because he mixed, bruh, he can't ignore that whole style.
I can relate, bro. My mom's Jewish. I can relate.
Oh, my God.
Right.
You be trying to give them mad chances. You be like, nah, they ain't all bad.
Right. See, Sansa wanted reparations for Jon Snow. you want to go back and deal with them. I think that's going to be his downfall.
Damn. Listen, ladies and gentlemen.
Hilarious.
His name's Michael Harriot. He works for the Root.com. Is there anything that you want to add into this conversation? Because you say Game of Thrones is about learning white people, navigating white people.
It's white on white violence.
It's white on white violence if you want to see that, because that doesn't really get highlighted. Right? Like you hear about black on black crime, but you don't hear about white on white violence as much. So Game of Thrones is for you. Anything else you want to add in there about why more black people should watch Game of Thrones?
Because, man, like, even Barack Obama said it taught him a lot about politics, right? So we gotta watch. You gotta watch the Lannisters come in. You gotta watch I call the White Walkers the alt-white walkers.
The alt-white walkers, facts.
So we gotta watch out for them, but you also gotta watch out for your homie, because he will bring us down too. Just like Red Redding. You gotta keep your eyes open for your own friends. They'll do it to you too.
There you go. Listen.
They'll invite you to the cookout and ambush you.
Oh, so you saying it's like Get Out. When they invite you upstate, they invite you upstate to the family home and then try to convert you.
Right. Just like that. That's how they did. That's how they did all the stones. That's why there's no stones left. But Arya is learning the game because she learned how to play there with white people. But it's all the game.
She knows how to code switch.
Right.
So basically, you're saying Arya Stark is like a super light-skinned black person who speaks real proper, knows how to code switch, and they don't really know that she's black. She's like Drake.
Right. See, Arya has gotten a good education amongst white. All those powers she got, she learned from the mountains.
Right.
The faceless people.
The faceless people.
But she's really taking it all in so she can blend in with white people. But she's still one of us. We always got to remember that.
There you go. She know what time it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Harriot, TheRoot.com. We'll put the article up on Hot 97. It's a pleasure speaking to you. Is there going to be another installment of this article?
Yeah, I'm going to do it every Monday. And if you like it, man, but for the last 2 seasons, we're in the third season now. We do a web series. It's called Game of Thrones. You can look it up on YouTube. We've been doing this after every show. We do basically a black people recap of Game of Thrones.
Amazing. I'm here for it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So check it out.
All right,
Game
man.
of Thrones, the 2-12 review.